Alright, y'all, so next up we have 3 joints from the homie Tony Luciano, so let's jump into the first one. Alright, so that track, very dope work to me. I'm not sure if you actually play guitar, if that's just a loop you found, but the track itself is very dope. The elements are very dope in it. I like what you did with the bell for like the little hook. I assume that's what you're using for the hook. It works very well together, it meshes. The overall sound is just very refreshing from what's out here now. The only negative, not even negative thing I would just change if I was you, the kick is a little bit low. You could definitely bring that kick up, give it some more knock. So just turn everything else basically down, and how we do it in the mixing and mastering, just bring all the other drums down, bring the kick up, and then master it so you have your volume. And also that bass, I'm not sure if you're using a live bass guitar or if you're just using a VST, but it sounds good. I like the placement of it and what you're doing, the actual pattern of it, but I feel like that could come up a little bit too, just give it a little more bass presence. Overall though, just a very dope track. I don't got really nothing negative to say nothing negative to say about it. As far as who I could hear over it, it kind of reminds me of Nipsey Hussle, and I'm not sure if you have a Twitter, but he's constantly putting out an email to send beats to. So I would definitely try to get that to him. And one more other thing is you have your main little sine type lead playing, and then there's that part where you have like a actual, almost like a human person whistling. I feel like that maybe clashes, it makes it a little too busy. So if I was you, I'd probably either turn that down or take it out even for the hook part or whatever that is, the little bridge part, whatever. I'm not sure how you're structuring it, but I'd probably just take that out and probably just add like maybe like a little hit or something just to separate it from the rest of the track, because I feel like when you have those two whistles playing, it's a little too much. But overall, just a very dope track. Even now how it is, to me it's like a 9.5 out of 10. I just really like it a lot. So let's jump to the next track and see what else you have. All right, so another very, very solid track. Kind of from just going off these two tracks, I see you're more into the R&B kind of pop type stuff. This one, the only thing I would even change on this is turn the kick up just a little bit, and I try to put a bass line in it. I'm not really hearing a bass line that you have in there. I'm not sure if it's just real low or if you didn't really just put a bass line in there if it's not done or whatever. But I mean, the track itself is very dope. It's very interesting. I really like your sound choices. You're not going the typical route with a lot of stuff. And you know how to, you're very good at using simple stuff but making it interesting, if that makes any sense. The only other thing that I would work on is the last part I played, which is, I guess, the bridge. I would assume that's what that was. That's what I was trying to find, just to kind of see that. For an R&B beat, that's kind of important too. I liked how you broke it down to the very basics and we're kind of building it up. The only thing I didn't like was the bomb voice type thing. I'm not sure where you see the track going exactly, if that would fit, but to me it just kind of sounded a little odd in here. But I guess depending on what kind of song you go with it, it could work. That's the only thing maybe I'd take out, try to at least replace with another element, maybe like a nice little pad sound, nice little build up, or maybe even like a chant. But I just thought the bomb was kind of caught my ear off guard. I wasn't really expecting that. But overall, another very solid track. I'm not sure who you're submitting to. I'd be interested to see some of the people you're submitted to. Give you some new people to submit to possibly as well. So if you want to send me an email, I'll try to get back to you on that. And let's jump into your last track. Alright, so for this track, again, another very dope track. You have that lead sound that comes in there. It just reminded me of T minus a lot. Track, again, very dope. Not much I change. The only thing I think you kind of need to work on is the filtering a little bit. Like, you have that hit sound that's coming in. It's like a orchestra stab type thing. I'd go ahead and filter out some of the lows in that. Just because when it comes in, it's a little too dominant and you don't want it. It's more of like, almost, it's more taking over the track than it is just adding to it to complement it. So I think you need to take some of the lows out of that, and also the 808 could come up a little bit as well as the kick. That's one of those things, again, just mix low, master at the end. Just make sure your kicks and your 808s are knocking, especially in a rap track. Like, this was it was very melodic, but it had a rap sound to it. Another thing that I'd warn you about, just this is one of your things, but you have like the little chant in there, which I used to do a lot. It makes tracks sound better. It gives you kind of an idea of what somebody maybe sounds like on it. But one thing that you got to be careful with is when you actually get it to an artist, get an artist on it, it might not match their style, those type of ad libs or whatever. And also you got to realize somebody's gonna be rapping over it. Like an example is I had a track 2-3 years ago, and I had some chants in it, and I mean throughout the track the chants added a lot to it. It made it hyper, it made it doper. The track actually ended up going to Soulja Boy at the time. He did his verse on it, and when I got the track back, and even though it's Soulja Boy, he actually spit a pretty decent verse compared to some of his stuff on the track or whatever. But when I heard the chants that I had in there, it did not match his style at all to me, and I was just kind of disappointed. Like, man, why did I put that in there? If I didn't put that in there, the track would just sound a lot better to me. So I try to avoid chants that are saying anything, or you know what I'm saying, like kind of what you have, like the bow or whatever. Even though they sound good, just kind of let the artist do that thing. That's their job. You gotta have some confidence in that they're gonna do their job well. So that's just one thing I'd watch out for. Again, very solid track. Again, 9 out of 10. I really like the breakdown with that lead. It reminds me of T minus a lot, but just very, very nice track. And I also like your tag a lot for some reason. I didn't realize that was your tag till now for whatever reason, but it's a very interesting tag. It's not annoying, and you got some real dope work. I really don't have much to critique you on as far as like little specifics or anything. It's just little things. Work on the mixes a little bit, tighten them up, and just little things like the chants. Just kind of watch out for that. Not sure how many artists you've worked with or what you've done, but you'll see they can kind of ruin the mood of a track over a while. So just something to be careful with. So let's move on to the next person now.